Hey everybody, this is Alfonso, aka the Lawn Doctor, DOCTA, and I did my overseeding project. It's actually coming along very well. I'm going to do another video about that later on. But as I have been going through our process of doing my own lawn care, helping out some of my neighbors and things like that, I've had to purchase a number of tools and machines to kind of help me to get it to where I want it to be. And ever since we bought this house, we're in Prince George's County, Maryland. The temperature is just wonderful this time of year. When we bought this house, we had a much bigger yard. Prior to that, I just used basic gas-powered lawn equipment to do what I needed to do. Two-stroke engines with my weed eater and things like that. But when I decided to do my own lawn care, I said, well, I'm going to just kind of step up and get some things that is more conducive to doing a yard of this size. I cut about 10,000 square feet front, back, and the easement, the public property. But I also decided when I did my basement, instead of using electrical tools, everybody's going over to battery operated tools. And I'm on two platforms. I'm on the Ryobi platform. And I know that some people have a thing with Ryobi. They don't think that they make quality tools, but I've had some Ryobi tools that have lasted me for over 10 years, never had a problem with it. But I have gone over, when I started doing more contract level things, I went up to a different platform. What I use for my contracting stuff, I use DeWalt, some other brands that I use that are a little more high end. But with my yard stuff, because I'm just doing my yard, I'm doing some neighbors' yards, I started getting into the Ryobi, and I've never had a problem with any of the Ryobi things. And I said, well, since I'm going to be buying more tools and things like that, I did buy a lawn tractor that is gas powered, but I said, well, let me start getting the battery operated. The technology has gotten much better. I'm using my tractor when I just want to get a quick cut, or if I'm pulling my dethatcher or aerator or something like that behind it. But I said I'm going to sell my gas-powered lawnmower, and my Toro had been with me for so long, and she has been a workhorse. But I decided to step up to a battery-powered, and I got this guy right here. This is a battery-powered Ryobi. This is a 40 volt HP with a brushless engine and or motor. Brushless motors tend to last longer. They're more efficient. So I said, well, let me just get something that's going to be reliable. I hadn't bought a battery-operated lawnmower before, but this one right here, when I bought it last week, I've used it a few times. Let me tell you, I absolutely positively fell in love with it. Now, with that being said, a lot of people who look online on YouTube, different places to find machinery, tools to help them to do what they're doing, quite often you see the higher price things, the Ego and things like that. If you're just going to do your own lawn, if you're not doing anybody else's, you don't need to buy anything that expensive. I paid $500 for this one. The reason that I got this one is because my yard is a little bit larger. This one actually came with two 40 volt 6 amp hour batteries, and just one will last for 70 minutes. And you only use one when you're cutting. And I've used this one already several times, and I was able to cut the entire yard with just one battery. So could I have bought one that didn't have the two batteries that came with it? Yeah. But for $100 more for what I paid for this one, I got an extra battery. And this battery by itself, a 40 volt 6 amp lithium battery, this battery by itself costs about $180. So I paid $99 more to get this lawnmower, but I got a free battery. And because or basically a free battery, and because I do use some other Ryobi tools, and I'm doing my carpentry things, my contracting things, I do have some Ryobi tools and some other yard tools that are on the 40-volt system. So this actually gave me more batteries. I have a few more chargers downstairs. But I just want to say that if you want to do your yard, if you want to get a nice yard, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. And I love the people that I watch online. I'm subscribing to people who I just love what they're doing. But as I said, I noticed that most people tend to show the products that cost a lot more. Ryobi doesn't sponsor me. I'm new at this. I'm so far away from anybody sponsoring me. I just wanted to let you know that you can actually get tools that don't have to cost you a lot. As I say, when I'm doing my general contracting things and I need to have something that's going to be a little more powerful, then yeah, I am going to step up to more of a commercial grade like a DeWalt or a Makita or Milwaukee Fuel. But in terms of just doing your lawn, this is not expensive compared to some of the other ones. I did look at a DeWalt, I looked at Makita, I looked at Ego, and those things just cost so much. And like I said, for what I'm doing, I just didn't need something that was going to cost so much. But this particular lawnmower, I saw some comparisons. This isn't going to be as good as the Ego. I did find that this gave me as much cutting power as my gas power. It's a 21-inch 3-in-1. It has the bag attached to it. It basically came ready to go out of the box. It will mulch. It will side discharge. This has been so easy, and I cannot tell you how easy this is to push. It is self-propelled, and what I love about this is that if I want to move it, but I don't want to cut the grass, my old lawnmower, if I wanted to push it, the blade had to be engaged. This, you just push the handle in and you just pull up this handle. And as you see, it's going to move, but the blade isn't engaged. Now, if I want to engage the blade, just push this button right here. Push that button, the blade is engaged. When I first saw this, a review of it, I said, well, I just don't believe that something that's battery powered is going to do the same as something that's gas powered. And I have to tell you, this thing has not disappointed. It has made cutting grass so easy that I did an extra cut outside my gate just because I wanted to come home from church and use my new toy. I'm a big kid at heart with things like this. But if you're considering a lawnmower, the Ryobi, I would highly recommend. Just one level will raise and lower it. It goes from 1 inch all the way up to 4. My old lawnmower, if I wanted to raise or lower my cut, I would have to raise or lower each wheel independently. And every now and then I would, one wheel would be off and it would be a little awkward to push it. It was self-propelled. Like I said, she was really a workhorse. But I have to tell you that this lawnmower, if I had purchased one of the higher end lawnmowers, I don't think I would have gotten better than this. And one of my favorite features about this is that my old lawnmower took up a lot of my little storage shit out there. This, when I'm done, lift the handle and it folds and it lifts, and I can just store it just like this in my shed. When I want to take it out, push it back down, pull the handle, and it comes up. And it actually has 2 settings. I'm doing this video because I just want to let folk know you don't have to spend a whole lot of money in order to get a nice looking lawn. Within the next few weeks, I will be showing a video of what this lawn is looking like, and wow, it is coming along really good. I used the Jonathan Green Black Beauty Turf Type Tall Fescue, and yeah, I just can't wait to do that video to show you the results. But I just wanted to do an intermediate video right here, right now, just to let you know that if you want to get into DIY lawn care, Are you going to have to buy some tools, some equipment? Yeah, you're going to have to. I was using True Green. They did a fantastic job. I was using True Green to take care of my lawn, but just getting into doing this myself, I have a hand pump, but I decided, well, let me get me an electric pump to make sure I have uh, consistent coverage when I'm using this. Once again, this is a 40 volt. It's on the same platform. That battery that powers the lawnmower will also power this. And I paid maybe $100 for this because I already had the batteries. If you were to go with something else, you could easily spend two, three, even $400 for it. You don't have to bankrupt yourself in order to have a good lawn. If you're the kind of person that you wonder what people are going to say about you if you're pushing a store brand, not everything that is good that works well has to be expensive. This has already made me enjoy doing my lawn even more. It is so easy to push. If I'm not using the self-propel feature, I can literally, I'm using one finger. I can literally push this with one finger. Yes, it's on my deck. Yes, if I were on grass, it would be a little harder. But I'm telling you, this is just so easy to use that I would just recommend if you're going to get something, you don't have to get something that's really expensive, self-propelled. I love it. To start it, just one button push and it's on. And one of the features on this particular lawnmower is if you are cutting grass that's a little thicker, this will actually speed up the blade to help it from choking out from stalling. And thankfully, I don't have that in my yard. Like I said, I cut the grass out there, cut the grass out front. We had rain for the last 2 days. The grass is still wet. I cannot wait until tomorrow so I can go out and cut the front yard. Look at that beautiful Jonathan Green turf type tall fescue. Maybe put the striping kit on it and do some stripes out front. But once again, if you want to get into lawn care, please, 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 please do not bankrupt yourself in the process. You can get something. Yeah, Ryobi is a store brand. I believe the manufacturer that makes Ryobi also makes either DeWalt or Milwaukee. I forget which one it is. So you actually have some of the same technology that you're going to find in a more expensive, more well-known brand. You actually have some of the same technology here. As I said, I've been using Ryobi for the better part of 15 years, and I have never had one problem with any Ryobi product. If I did have a problem, I'd take it back to the store. They're more than willing to replace it. I have a blower that's Ryobi. I have a hedge trimmer that's Ryobi. I now have the lawnmower that is Ryobi. I have tools. I have reciprocating saws. I have circular saws. I have multi-tools. That's Ryobi. I do use, as I said before, the DeWalt when I'm doing something that I need to make sure this can take a licking. This particular deck right here is supposed to be made of metal. It's made of a harder plastic. But the benefit with this is that I don't have to put the water hose connect on it to clean under the blade. Basically, make sure you take the battery out. With a gas powered, you want to disconnect the spark plug because the mower can start by itself. Take the blade out, and I can literally take a paper towel and wipe around the edge. So once again, if you're interested in getting some good yard tools to help you to get that lawn that you're looking for, please don't go into the store and look for the most expensive products. You can just go to something like a Ryobi. And I believe that in Lowe's is Cobalt, also wonderful tools. Get you something that's not going to bust your budget and also allow you to enjoy your lawn. You all have fun. And like I tell people on my mental health platform, Mental Matters FYI, if nobody told you today, the lawn doctor wants you to know, love you. Don't have to know you in order to be madly in love with you. God bless you.